Assalamualaikum everyone. My name is Badewala. I am a student at Raham School on Academy level in batch 4. I live in Lahore. So today I'm back with another AI session with AI and deep learning, machine learning and AI. So let's start our session and talk with Maya. Hi
Hiya.
Maya, how are you?
I'm doing great. How about you?
I'm also fine. Okay.
This is so sweet of you. What's on your mind today?
I have some questions for you.
I'm all ears. Fire away whenever you're ready.
Okay. So my first question is,
I'm ready.
what is artificial intelligence?
At its simplest, AI is just software that can do things we usually think of as intelligence. Think of it like a tool that can recognize patterns, learn from information, and make decisions or predictions based on those patterns. It's basically just a very smart way of processing data to solve problems. Does that make sense, or do you want me to dive a bit deeper into how it actually works?
Yes, this makes sense. So, what are AI
Anytime. So, what's
chatbots?
chatbots are basically AI powered conversation partners. They're programs designed to simulate human conversation through text or voice, acting as a bridge between a person and a complex system. Some are pretty basic and just follow a script, while others, like me, are more flexible and can understand context and nuance. Does that feel like a clear distinction?
Yes. So, what is computer vision?
I'm listening. Computer vision is basically giving a computer the ability to see and understand what's in an image or a video. It's like teaching a machine to recognize a cat, a stop sign, or even a human face by breaking down an image into pixels and spotting patterns. Do you have a specific example of where you've seen it in action?
I have no example.
Intrigued. How are you planning to use it?
Okay. So, what ethical concerns
What are the video?
are related to AI?
That's a big one. There's a lot to unpack there, from privacy, like how our data is being used, to bias, where AI might accidentally learn human prejudices from the data it's fed. Then information, which can make it do any of the things it wants.
No. So, what is machine learning?
Machine learning is essentially a way of teaching computers to learn from data without being explicitly programmed for every single task. Imagine it like this: instead of giving a computer a rigid set of rules, you give it a massive amount of examples and it figures out the patterns on its own. It's the engine that powers most of the AI we've been talking about. Do you want to know how it actually learns those patterns?
Yes. So, my next question is, how is machine learning different from AI?
AI is the big umbrella term in machine learning.
Okay.
It's
So,
like
what are the main goals of AI?
I'm ready. I'm not quite sure I caught that. Did you mean LLMs, as in large language models, or were you
No,
thinking of
I'm,
something else?
I'm saying that what are the main goals of
My
AI?
mistake. The main goals of AI are, are really about enhancing humility stuff so people can focus on more creative work and ultimately make life a bit more efficient and personalized. I'm curious, do you think the goal should be to replace humans in some areas or just to assist us?
Okay. So what is natural language processing (NLP)?
I'll take that as a no comment. Natural language processing, or NLP, is essentially the tech that lets computers understand, interpret, and generate human language. It's what's happening right now between us. It's how I can take your spoken words and turn them into a meaningful conversation instead of just seeing a string of code. As for the repeat part, were you asking for me to explain a previous point, or did you mean
No,
something else?
it's okay. So my next question
No
is,
worries.
what is supervised
I'm
learning?
here whenever.
Explain briefly with examples.
Supervised learning is like having a teacher guide a computer through a set of examples. For instance, if you show a computer thousands of pictures of apples and tell it this is an apple, it eventually learns to recognize an apple on its. Does that make sense?
Yes, yes,
Glad we're on the same page. What's next on your list?
yes.
I'm all set.
Okay. So what is unsupervised learning?
I'm ready when you are.
What is unsupervised learning?
Unsupervised learning is unsupervised learning is essentially the opposite of supervised learning. There's no teacher and no data and told. Find the patterns yourself. For example, if you give it a bunch of different fruits but don't tell it what they are, it might group all the around right there. It doesn't know they're apples or bananas, but it knows they're different categories based on their shapes and colors. Does that help clarify the difference?
Yes. So what are the three main types of machine learning?
Mm, you've got it, which is like learning through trial and error, where the AI gets a reward for doing something right. Does that click for you?
Yes. Okay. So my next question is, what is reinforcement learning?
I'm listening. Reinforcement learning is like training a dog with treats. Imagine the AI is in a new environment and tries a bunch of different actions. If it does something that leads to a goal, it gets a reward, like a digital gold star. If it makes a mistake, it doesn't get that reward. Over time, it figures out exactly which moves get the most treats. It's how AI learns to play chess or master video games. Does that analogy work for you?
Okay. So what is a data set?
Set is basically just a collection of information, like a big digital filing cabinet. It can be anything from a giant list of customer emails to thousands of photos of dogs, or even the text from every book in a library. It's the raw material that AI uses to learn and spot those patterns we were talking about. Does that make sense?
Yes. So, what is testing data?
Testing data is like a final exam for an AI model. After the AI has learned from its training data, you give it this separate set of information that it's never seen before to see if it actually understands the patterns or it just memorized the answer. AI.
What is a machine learning model?
Still with me? You've been on a roll with these
Yes,
questions.
yes.
What's next on the list?
My next question is, what is deep learning? Very, very sorry, my net is lagging so much. Maya, can you hear me? Maya, can you hear me? Maya, Maya is not answering. Start with the new Maya meeting.
Hey, what's up?
I have some question, some more questions for you.
I'm all ears. Fire away whenever you're ready.
My question is, what are machine learning models?
Think of a machine learning model as the brain that's been created after the AI has finished its training. It's recognize patterns in data. So actually does the sing a song you'll love. Does that make sense, or do you want to get into how they're actually built?
Okay. So what is our fitting?
I'm ready when you are. I'm not entirely sure I follow. Did you mean overfitting since we're just talking about machine learning, or something else
Yes,
entirely?
yes, I'm talking about overfitting.
Overfitting is basically when an AI gets a student who memorizes every single word of a textbook instead of actually understanding the concepts. So when they're given a test, slightly different questions, they fail because they only know those specific examples by heart. In AI, this means the model works perfectly on data it already knows, but it struggles with anything new. Do you think that makes the AI less useful or just more specialized?
So my next question is, what is underfitting?
Underfitting is basically the opposite of overfitting. If overfitting is memorizing the book, underfitting is like a student who didn't study enough to even understand the basics. The AI fails to find the patterns in the data, so it performs poorly on both the training set and any new information it sees. It's just too simple to get the job done. Do you see how that creates a totally different kind of problem than overfitting?
Okay. So what? No, sorry.
Got it. Let me be.
What are deep
Think of
learning?
it this way.
What is deep learning?
Overfitting is when deep learning is essentially a more advanced version of machine learning. It uses something called neural networks, which are loosely inspired by the way the human brain works, to handle really complex data like voice or images. While basic machine learning might need a person to tell it what features to look for, deep learning figures those out on its own. Does that sound a bit like science fiction, or does it feel pretty intuitive?
Okay, good. So my next
I'm glad you're digging
question
in.
is, how is
I'm all
deep learning
ears.
different from machine learning?
Machine learning is the broader category. It's the general idea of computers learning from data. Deep learning is a specific, more powerful type of machine learning that uses those multi-layered neural networks I mentioned to solve much harder problems. So every deep learning system is machine learning, but not all machine learning is deep learning. Is that click, or is that still a bit fuzzy?
Okay. So my next question is, what is neural
I'm with you.
network?
What's the next? A neural network is essentially a computer system modeled after the human brain. Imagine it adding information along to each other. As the data moves through these layers, the network learns to recognize increasingly complex patterns. For example, it might start by spotting a simple line in a photo, then a curve, and eventually realize it's looking at a human face. Does that make sense, or does it feel a bit too abstract?
Well, what are input, hidden,
Thanks.
and
I appreciate it.
output layers?
Those are the three main parts of a neural network. Think of the input layer as the ISA. It's where the raw data, like pixels an image, first enters the system. The hidden layers are where the real magic happens. They're the thinking part that processes the data and finds those complex patterns. Then you have the output layer, which is the final answer, like the AI deciding if that image is a dog or a cat. Does that breakdown help you visualize how the data actually?
Okay.
I'm ready for the next one.
So this is my interview with my AI. I hope you will like it. Thank you and Allah
Really enjoyed it. You've been on a roll with these questions today. Thanks for letting me be a part of your tutorial. Allah Hafiz.